The peace of our Redeemer, Jesus the Christ, the love of God, our parent and creator, and the communion and wisdom of the Holy Spirit be with each of you. My name is Amaury Tañón Santos, and I serve you and on your behalf as the Executive Director of the Schenectady Community Ministries. First United Methodist is a founding member of this interreligious collective seeking to witness and struggle for justice, equity, and inclusion for all who love Schenectady. You and I do this together by managing the largest food pantry in Schenectady County, serving over 10,000 households a year, encouraging a community urban farming operation with 200 members in close to 2 acres of urban farmland, and by providing summer meals to children and youth throughout Schenectady County, and also by being a safe and welcoming space on our campus on Albany Street and everywhere SICM staff, volunteers, partners, and member faith community leaders find themselves with and alongside the community. At this moment, we are approaching the communion table to participate of the sacrament of the Lord's Supper. There are many tables being approached at this moment. Those outside of our sanctuary may be seeing a familiar communal table, and many of us are seeing more intimate tables. Some of those are modest, others are grand. Some are used on occasion, and others are the regular gathering surfaces of our daily living. Today's also World Communion Sunday, and no matter the table you're gathering around at this moment, today's celebration reminds us that table in front of us is larger than what we see. The tables we see connects us to tables throughout the world and even through time. We are connected to tables that for 2,000 years have remembered that intimate moment Jesus had with his friends and disciples before giving his whole self for the sake of justice, inclusion, and equity. We are connected to tables that have experienced today and will experience in time to come the most holy presence of God as Redeemer through elements common to everyone's kitchen that became and become for everyone a sacrament of remembrance and a gift of grace. For some, this table is abundant. For many, this table will have just enough to remember. And yet, we're all invited, all the same. Not everyone in Schenectady is in the same social, political, or economic situation you are in. And yet, this table is set before you, is set before me, is set before us as larger than what we see, as having more on it than we can imagine. Because thanks be to God, that table is not my table, is not your table, or the table of United Methodism. This table that is larger than it looks and has much more in it that we can see is the table set before us by Jesus, our sibling and our Redeemer, with enough for everyone to be satisfied and to have some left over for those that may not know yet that this is their table as well. May these gifts bless you in such a way that you know the need to move from wherever you are to invite others who will also be blessed by God's grace found on this table. Thanks be to God.